This
unmute.
conference will now be recorded.
Sir, I have question.
Yeah. Yes, Tagore.
Just silly question. I just want to know what are the modules come under the finance and what are the modules come in the trade and logistics and what is SCM actually?
Okay. So, fine. Finance means general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank management, fixed assets, budgeting. These are the 6 modules. Of course, there are 2 modules. One is taxation. It is a part of GL, but it was separated. And another module, consolidation. Another module is credit and collections. These 3 are separated in D365. In 2012, these 2 will be a part of GL. These 2 are part of GL, and this is a part of ER. But in D365, they have separated. These are the 9 modules covered in finance. In SCM, that means supply chain management or trade and logistics. The module name in earlier Microsoft is calling like trade and logistics. Nowadays they are calling SCM. So this is for certification 310. This is certification for 330. In this, it will be covered sales and marketing, procurement and sourcing, inventory management, product information management. Okay, so here it was not separated like sub modules in 2012. In sales and marketing, extension is this extension. So finance team and T&L team, some overlap will be there. That I will take 1 week or 10 days, 5 to 7 days or 8 days. I will combine both batches and I will teach for both. And procurement and sourcing is extending to AP. So this will be extension to like here. This will be extension to AP. So finance part will be covered in this related to finance. It will be covered in AP. This related to finance, it will be covered in AR. So that is the reason for a few of the topics, both finance team and T&L team, I will combine together for 1 week, something like 5 to 10 days, 7, 8 days, something, and I will teach for both. Okay. Of course, warehouse management. And the transportation management. These 2 are also subset of SCM, these 6 modules, but I will give high level information only, but not in depth, because this itself is a big modules. This itself is a big module, but if you high level information I can provide, but not in depth. If you want in depth, this is after T&L, you can learn. It is a separate course. Okay, this is all are 330 certification MB 330. This is Microsoft certification, I'm telling you clearly. Okay.
Sir, I have
Next.
some question.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes. We'll discuss definitely. Give me 2 minutes. SCM manufacturing. In this, you will find master planning, then production control. In this production control, you will find 3 manufacturing company processes: discrete, process, and lean manufacturing. There are 3 manufacturing processes. Next, cost management module. These are the 3 modules. Microsoft recently introduced asset management. This is a new module. These are the part of SCM manufacturing. This will be 320. And actually these are the one is this module, major module, and this is another module. As I told you, it is a subset, but it will not be covered much. I don't want to give you wrong commitments. Another module is project accounting, project management and accounting. For this, for Dynamics 365, Microsoft has not given certification number, new certification number. It was not given. It is only for 2012, the old version only it is continuing. The reason behind, Microsoft is working on project operations as a new module, and it was replaced with one module called Professional Service Automation, PSA. Professional Service Automation, PSA. So this is PMA, this is PSA, this is project operations, PO. This is newly introduced. Still it is available for few customers only. This is a new module. Okay, this is completely replacing this one. All these are service industries, and this is going to be completely replaced with this one. And in future, this also will be depreciated and it will be continued only this one, but not sure yet. Okay, these 3 are project operations, are project management and accounting, service industry operations. Okay, for this there is no number. I mean to say there is no certification number. Maybe Microsoft maybe provide or release the new number, maybe in this year. I'm expecting this year. Okay, if you want to do certification for anyone, you can do certification anyone, but there is one more basics. This is MB 300. You need to complete this 300 also, then only you will be certified on anyone. I mean to say, if I want to be a certified finance consultant, you need to complete 310 and 300. If you want to complete certification for 330, then 330 and 300. And there is one more 700, MB 700, that is for solution architect. So for this, you need to clear any certification. Any one means any, like this one will be certified if you have this one also. Combination means any one of these 3, and you can do the certification. This one, after that only you can do the certification. This is for functional people. So, and MB 500 is for technical. If you want to become a developer, technical, about this one. Okay, yes, someone is asking something, please.
What is the certification cost will be?
So it is $80. I think it will be around 5,600 something amount it will come.
Okay, sir.
For each one. Okay. Any doubt in this? Anyone? Someone is asking about. I think Ahmad, I think you have asked me, am I right? Clear or any doubts? Anyone?
It's clear. It's clear. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, fine. Give me 1 second. I don't want to mix all these things. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Actually, this is part of. I'm sorry. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay, no problem. Let me delete this file. Wrongly have pasted here today's topic for SCM. Okay, fine. Now let us understand. Fine. So today we are discussing about chart of accounts. Yesterday we have discussed. Let us recap. Chart of accounts. Chart of accounts are classified into balance sheet and profit and loss accounts. Balance sheet and profit and loss accounts. So balance sheet means assets, liabilities, assets and liabilities. As per the commas, these are the only two classification, but Microsoft has separated 3 as equities. This is only Microsoft. But normal, if you are learning commerce in your CSE or BCom or MBA, you will find only 2. Inside you will find this equities is a subset of liability. Okay, but in Microsoft Dynamics, it is as per the best practices, they have separated 3 equities. So asset balances will be represented as debit. That is the reason it is called debtors. Assets also called debtors. And the liabilities will be represented, the majority balances, as credit. That is also called creditors. So as it is subset of liability, then it is also credit. So always first document will be posted as debit or credit. So all customer balances are debtors. All customer balances are debtors. All inventory balances are debit balances. All bank balances are debit balances. Okay, so in these assets, what are the items will come means customer balances, cash balances, bank, inventory, fixed assets, like this and so on. If it is any fixed deposits also, all these are assets. All these are assets. Liabilities, what it will be covered means all vendor balances and provisional entries. Okay, this will be covered under liabilities. What is this provisional entries? If you know about commerce, that is fine. If you don't know, you will understand this one later. What is this provisional entries? Okay, you will understand. Equities means investors. Whoever is invested money in your company. The partners, the main partners and investors, because partner also investor. Understood these words? Any confusion? So these all are balance sheet items. These all are balance sheet items. Assets, liabilities, equities. Next, profit and loss accounts. These profit and loss accounts are actually in the system, it is one is income, another one is revenue. Sorry, income or revenue, and another one is expenses. These are the two. Balance sheet is two items like assets and liabilities. Revenues are the profit and loss accounts are income or revenue and expenses. But these are classified into further. One is sales revenue, and another one is other incomes. And these expenses are classified into two. One is purchase expenses, another one is normal expenses. This is if you are purchasing trading item, then it will be there. This purchase expenses is actually called cost of goods. The actual word is cost of goods. And this expenses means normal regular expenditure, like A4 stationery I am purchasing for my employees utilization, water bottles I am purchasing, like pens, pencils, or I am arranging transportation. All expenses for employees or for organization, whatever you are spending, that is expenses. This is for purchase expenses or cost of goods. The cost of the material. This is cost of the material. Revenue is sales value. At the time of sales, whatever you are getting revenue, that is sales revenue. Other incomes is very less, very less. Okay, and then 8 is appropriation. This is the classification of chart of accounts classification. So these are account types: asset, liability, equity, income or revenue, expenses. These are account types. Now let us understand that information quickly. Just give me 1 second. I'm stopping sharing just for 1 minute only. I'm sharing again. Okay, so let us understand where it is available. Chart of accounts, general ledger, I think it is 1 second. Let me refresh. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if you go to general ledger, collapse all, chart of accounts, chart of accounts or main accounts. You can click on main accounts or chart of accounts. So if you click new, you will find the types. Main account type, asset, liability, equity, asset, liability, equity, revenue and expenses. So this asset, liability, equity is balance sheet items. Revenue or expenses is profit and loss account. The types available here. So as per the commerce, one is asset, another one is liability, but equity will not be there as per the commerce, but as per the best practices, Microsoft has incorporated this equity and balance sheet, and revenue and expenses, profit and loss account. This is for reporting purpose, leave it for time now. It is not required for you. Total and reporting and common is not required. Asset, liability, equity. So
Sir,
yeah, yes.
what is the difference between main account and chart of account?
So a group of main accounts is a chart of accounts. This is one main account. This is one main account. All together it is chart of accounts.
Yes.
Okay. Each one is one main account. We cannot speak like this is one chart of account. This is main account. But if you are discussing multiple, plural, all these things, it is a chart of accounts. Clear? All together, chart of accounts. Fine. So this is about little bit about chart of accounts. Yesterday we have discussed and today we have discussed. Let us come back to our product Dynamics AX. So if it is a vendor invoices posted, so for finance consultant, if you want to understand finance, simple, you need to understand 4 transactions. If you are clear about these 4 transactions, you understood about debits and credits clearly. Customer invoice, customer payment. So what happens? So without knowing about this also, many people are becoming finance consultants, but I don't want like my students should be like other persons. Vendor invoice. If it is a vendor invoice, what will be debit and what will be credit? Vendor invoice means we are receiving invoice from the vendor. We are receiving the invoice from the vendor. Why we are receiving the invoice? Because we are receiving the material. Because if you are receiving the material, you are receiving the invoice. So if you are receiving material means you need to pay money. So that is the reason vendor account is credit. As per the golden rules, debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. So during vendor invoice, vendor will be credited, and inventory or expenses account debit. Expenses account data to vendor account credit. If you are purchasing water bottles, tissue papers, then it is expense. If you are purchasing material, then it is a inventory. Material means for trading. Suppose I am purchasing washing machines, I am purchasing LEDs, I am purchasing laptops, I am purchasing refrigerators, I am purchasing Xerox machines, then it is inventory. If you are purchasing A4 stationery, if you are purchasing tissue papers, if you are purchasing water bottles, this is not for trading. For my employees, I need to facilitate all these things. That is expense. That's it. Okay, vendor account credit. Clear this one, everyone? If it is a vendor payment, I am going to pay cash or bank. My cash balance or my bank balance will be decreased because I am doing payment to the vendor. So cash or bank will be decreased and vendor account is debit. Vendor account debit. In this you are receiving material, so I need to pay money to the vendor. Vendor account credit. This is vendor. Here you can remember like this. If it is a vendor, you need to remember like for receiving material, I have received material, my inventory is increasing, or I need to pay money to the vendor. In this, if I'm doing payment from my cash, it will be decreased. Suppose in my cash box 25,000 is available, I have paid 5,000, then it will become 25,000 minus 5,000, 20,000. Otherwise, if I'm giving check to the vendor, it is bank account credit. Next, customer invoice. So I am giving material to the customer and I need to receive money. So I need to receive money from the customer. I need to receive money from the customer. Debit, what comes in? I am going to receive money. And revenue account credit. This is a revenue account. Of course, if it is a sales order invoice, there are two more transactions. We will discuss this one. This is, suppose you are selling at the rate of 400 rupees and revenue also 400. But actually, my inventory is decreasing. How much amount is decreasing? I have purchased at the rate of 250, so inventory will be decreased 250, and cost of goods 250. So this is cost value. This is sales value. This is inventory value. Inventory. This is cost value and sales value. So from the customer, I am going to receive money. Very simple. If you apply logic, it will be very, very easy. Customer account data to revenue account credit and cost of goods account data to inventory receipt account or inventory issue account credit. This is inventory issue because it is going out. This is the postings. Okay, if it is a customer payment, I'm sorry, customer payment, customer, my bank balance will be increased or my cash balance will be increased because I'm receiving money. Customer is doing payment, I will receive money. So my cash or bank balance will be increased and customer will be automatically credited. So this is debit. If customer paid, that balance will become 0. Understood? Any confusion here? This is the area you need to be very much clear about finance. This is, to be frankly, commerce.
Sir, one
So I
doubt.
have one question.
Yeah. Pavani,
There
go
will
ahead.
be,
Yeah, I will
Balaji,
wait.
proceed first. Yeah, Balaji, yes.
there will be a 150 difference between the profit or loss. Is there, right, sir? That journal entry where it will go?
It is not a journal entry.
Okay.
So this is tallied. This is one journal. This is one journal. The 250
Yeah.
is a profit to your organization at the end of the year.
Okay.
At the end of the year, it is a profit.
Okay.
So you will do the year-end process. At the time of year-end process, the profit will be transferred to retained earnings, means investors. It will be transferred to this profit, whatever it is net profit you are getting. This will be transferred to investors or partners who have spent money for this business.
All right. Return earnings, you
Ultimately,
mean?
yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, Pavani, yes, please.
Yeah. Sir, as per golden rules, we have other rules also, but in Dynamics AX, we should follow only one rule, that is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. That's it, no?
Yeah. So any other, if you have any confusion, let me know.
Yeah, no. We have golden rules like debit the receiver, credit the giver, debit all expenses, credit all incomes. That we should not apply. We
See,
have to go by only one rule.
but that also correct. So tell me another one.
Debit the
Yeah.
receiver, credit the giver,
Debit the receiver,
credit
credit
the
the
giver.
giver. So next, tell me another.
Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains.
Okay. So debit the receiver. This one. Credit the
Okay.
giver. Am I right?
Okay.
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 Debit the expenses. Debit the expenses. As I told you here, this is debit the expenses. This is always expenses is debit balances.
Okay.
Credit the income.
Income.
So I have simplified whatever you said. I have simplified to
In one rule.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, to understand everyone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this I have skipped and I have informed, like, because some people are science background. For understanding purpose, what I told, x plus something is equal to y, then x equal to y minus something. So it is opposite actually. This is income is credit. It is quite opposite actually. Debit here. So everyone, for understanding purpose only, I have prepared this only one rule, but it is simply the same. Am I right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Even whatever logic we apply, that is what I'm getting confusion, sir. I mean, we should go by only one rule, that is debit what comes in, credit goes out. That will be
So,
enough.
so if you are clear, you can understand, you can apply these things also, definitely.
O-
But
Okay,
if you
okay.
are not, if you are not if I'm if I'm talking about all the rules, people will get confused a lot. That is the reason I have minimized and I have shown like. But you can apply, because you are a commerce background person. You can apply the same thing, same logic
Okay.
here. It is same. Okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else? Anyone? Anyone has any doubts? Okay, fine. I hope it is clear for everyone. Okay, so if it is any confusion to anyone, please don't get confusion. Wait for another 2-3 days. You will understand slowly. After 1 week or after 15 days also, if you are not able to understand, let me know. So I will try to give you more examples so that you can understand. I know, like whoever is science background or who don't know about debit and credits, there will be a confusion to their mind. But this will be helpful to you to get a job. It is not a hurdle, but to sustain in finance, once you got a job, then it is a complex, because you should know about these things. Then only you can sustain easily in finance functionality. Okay, fine. Next, today we will discuss about a small topic: financial year or fiscal calendar. Fiscal calendar. So we can create a fiscal calendar or financial year in the system by ourselves. We need to create. If you are creating a new company, we need to create. If it is India, it is April to March. If it is some other country, it may be Jan to December, it may be July to June, it may be August to September to August. So if it is Accenture, it is September to August, September 1st to 31st August. In some countries, they will follow August to July 31st. In Europe companies, some countries, they will follow November 1st to October 31st. For any country, any company, it will be 12 periods. It will be 12 periods. So either Jan to December, or April to March, or July to June, or September to August. Anything, 12 periods. Okay, so period 1, period 2, like this, period 12. Okay, apart from these periods, 12 periods, in Dynamics AX you will find period 0, and another one is period 13. Total 14 periods will be there. So suppose this is period 1, 1st January 2020 to 31st Jan 2020. This is the first period. Last period is 1st December 2020 to 31st December 2020. This everyone knows. Am I right? This everyone knows. If it is India, it is April 1st to April 30th, one period. May 1st to May 31st, like this. This will be March 1st to 31st March. So for any country, any company, 12 periods will be there. and period 0 is for opening. So what is this period means? It is 01 Jan 2020 to 01 Jan 2020. This is opening.
Sir, can you come again? What is this? Period 01?
Period 0. So period 0 is, this is for opening balances. For opening balances. Period 13 is 31st December 2020 to 31st December 2020. This is for closing. These all are operating. This is opening, this is closing, and these all are operating. Whatever you are posting transactions, all these transactions will be lying here only. But this will be, you can understand if you are doing year-end process. Year-end process is one of the functionality in GL. In general ledger, you will find one of the functionality year-end process. In that, you can understand this closing balances will be transferred to opening balances. This closing balances will be transferred to opening balances. So this is, system will take care about this one. You are not going to enter any transaction in the opening balance. You cannot enter in this. This is for opening. This is operating. So the same date is available here and here. If it is SAP, you will find 16 periods. Total 16 periods was given in SAP. Okay, in SAP it is 16 periods. Of course, it is SAP is invented in 1972, the world very old application. Okay, in Dynamics AX it is 14 periods.
Yeah, I have one doubt here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
so as of you told that in SAP we have 16 periods. Like if we do break up, 12 periods is the common periods and 4 is the grace period, right? So like that, we have like grace periods in this application,
so
or
these are
we can create. It's depend on us.
so in actually like in SAP, if you want to create a calendar, it will take more than half an hour to 1 hour time. More than half an hour to 1 hour time. You need to define everything. Okay, even this debit or credit, for this also there is a separate form. One form will be there to define debit, to define credit. Okay, and in the same manner, for this is more elaborated in SAP. You can configure your as per your interest in D360, sorry, in SAP. Whereas in Dynamics AX, let me show you. General ledger. This is very, very user friendly and very quick. Suppose calendars, fiscal calendar. So SAP has more features and more complex to do it. But here, suppose this is the calendar. Okay, so take the example here. Opening and operating. Give me 1 second, it is taking. Operating and closing. By default, it will create closing. Okay, here, if you want, suppose you want to divide this one into, you can divide periods. Okay, while creating new calendar, suppose I'm creating a new calendar. Okay, here options are available. Days, months, years. So if you want weekly calendar, you can select days. Simply you can select days and you can select 7. Then it will be a week calendar. So it is simply select and click create. That's it. SAP has more flexibility, more complexity, both. If it is here, it is only 1 minute job, less than 1 minute. Suppose I want to create from April 1st to March 31st. New calendar. Okay. Then it is a little bit slower. Give me 1 minute. Suppose I'm creating new calendar, something. You can select the starting date. Suppose April 1 second. It is a little bit slower. Usually it will not happen. Suppose 2019 I'm selecting. 2019 April. Actually, this will not be this much slow, but sometimes the server provider is taking some time. April 1st. Okay, if it is selecting, it is taking time. I have option like I can directly enter the like this. So 03/31/2020. This is 1920 calendar, and length of the period is 1 month. Suppose this is actually it was taken like 1 minute or 2 minutes time, but it will be less than 1 minute. You can enter here if the server is very speed. Simply you can create, click. Yeah,
Length of the period should be 1 or 12 in case of month.
1 month. See, it was created 1 month, each 1 month.
What about if we put 12?
So 12, if you are creating, I'm creating this one, it will be 1 year, altogether 1 year. If you want new calendar 1, I'm creating, suppose. Suppose if you enter 12 months together into 1 calendar. It will not show that bifurcation. Give me 1 minute. Let me create. See. So you can define and you can divide also. The server is slow, but you can divide now if you want.
Okay.
So you can play with the system, no issues. It is available. But if it is SAP, more benefits, more complexities. I mean to say, like functionality wise, I'm telling you, but 90% functionality is same in SAP and Dynamics AX, almost same. But in SAP, it will take some time for you to understand. Means If you want to create from April 1st to 31st March, you need to apply some one by one, like for the year to, like 2000, because there will be cross years, 2019 and 20. Either you need to add +1 in 3 months, or you need to add minus some minus the like 9 months, -1 for 9 months, or +1 to 3 months. Okay, but this is user friendly, very quick. Okay, very fast.
Yeah, I have a small doubt here.
Yes.
So, if we don't have any grace periods to add on, so tomorrow, while I mean, entering the transaction, we forgot to enter one transaction. So, in that case, after closing the year, so how can we enter again? Like I'm talking
So
about the end user.
yeah, understood. So your question is like the financial year is completed and we have closed the financial year. Now I want to amend some transactions. Am I right? This is your question.
Yeah,
Am I right? So
yes, sir.
here there is ledger calendars. Ledger calendars. Actually, it may not be this much slower, but sometimes the server is slow. But usually, if you have proper good RAM, it will not be this much server. So okay. So here, look at this one. The periods are 3 statuses: open, on hold, and closed. Look at this one. Open means you can enter. On hold means temporary closed. You can go back to like hold, you can make it hold. Then you cannot post the transactions. And if you want to post once again, you can make it once again open. Understood? You can make it once again open, so that you can do some transactions and once again you can make it on hold. Permanently closed means you cannot modify. Understood?
Yeah, once we create a fiscal year in 365, so all the periods will be opened automatically, right?
Uh,
So,
See, no, 1 second.
actually,
Opening balances, that statement is not correct. Small thing is there. For opening, it will be always permanently closed. You cannot modify, because this is through process you are going to do it. For period 1 to period 12, it will be open. Period 1 to period 12, it will be open. Period 13 is on hold. You can make it changes in period 13. So period 13 and period 1, you will understand more in year-end process. I will discuss like a 1 hour session. At that time, you can understand year-end process and opening and closing. But normal periods, period 1 to period 12, it will be open always. You can close it, you can on hold it or open it, on hold, open, you can change, you can play. Because in the real-time scenario, January 1st to January 31st, all the transactions are entered completely. Then in the February 2nd or 3rd, accounts department, they will make it on hold so that no transaction will be posted by some other people. If it is required, they will go back and they will make it to open and then they will change it. Yes, please. Now tell me your doubt. Yeah.
yeah, likewise in as we are comparing with SAP, so in SAP we do have an option like we have to open only first year. I mean, first month of the year, like January, we can open, and after that, we automatically January will be closed, and once we enter into the February, like February will be open, and automatically the second month is closed if it crossed the month, right? So we don't have such a kind of option in this because tomorrow we are dependent on end user only. Finally, the transactions are posted by the end users only. If they posted wrongly in another month instead of January, they posted in February. It might be an issue, right?
So you can
Uh,
you can open only 1 month and you can close. You can put on hold for remaining all months. So you can, once it is created, you can make it on hold. So during January month, you can open only January month. Once it is February month came, then you can open the February month, and remaining all are on hold. You can keep it on hold. This is the regular best practice.
yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. So this is about small function about fiscal calendar. Okay. So by default, it will be open, these fields, these periods. You can make it open to on hold and on hold to open. This will happen for these periods. And regarding this one, you can understand later in detail at the time of year-end process. At the time of year-end process, I will give you more insights about this opening and closing. Okay, so you cannot post any transaction in this, but you can post in this if you want. You can do the postings also. That I will discuss during year-end process. But usually regular transactions are this one, period 12, period 1 to period 12. Of course, you can create your own periods as per your comfort. If you want week calendar, yes, it is possible. If you want to create a day calendar, yes, you can create. Some companies, I saw in many companies, like 29th July to 29th June to 28th June is the financial year. 29th June to 28th June. And I saw some other like 25th, 26th October to 25th October. October 26th, 2019 to 25th October 2020. That is the financial year. So you can create your own, as per your comfort, you can create. That is flexible, available. Flexibility is available in the Dynamics AX as per your comfort. But usually it will be. So this period, if I want to split, yes, I can split. As I shown here, suppose if I want to divide period, I can divide as per I can come as per my comfort. I can do it. I can make it and I can divide. Not this one. 1 minute. Fiscal calendars. So you can take this one and you can divide periods. So everything is possible. If you want to split into this April into 2 months, to like bi-weekly something, then we can do it. It is possible. As per your comfort, you can do. You can play with the system whatever the way you want. If you want, you can do in your system and come back to me if you have any doubts or any concerns. Please let me know. And whoever is paid fee, those will be continued. So tomorrow you are allowed, but from Monday onwards, you will not get GoToMeeting ID. If you paid fee, then you will get access. Otherwise, it will not be. Okay, fine. I'm stopping here for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time. See you. Bye. If anyone has any doubts, please. Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes. So actually, I need to speak to you personally, and
Thank you.
I asked some person to arrange a call back from your side.
Yeah.
So
You can ask now institute. Institute they will arrange a call. Okay. Now
okay,
it's
fine. Thank you, sir.